percentage. He's been really strong as well in wins over Lafayette and St. John's.
He really has. Again, in speaking to Ben DeLuca today, he's waited his turn, right? He had other players ahead of him in the previous years. He's now a starter, and Ben highlighted, how strong his work ethic is and how much he's worked to get to here today.
Penn looking for a fast start here against Delaware. Blue Hens have outscored opponents 20-3 in first half action. So
it was a fortunate bounce, but it was almost like a hockey-type goal.
Hank D'Ambrosi getting the first shot. And Delaware strikes first, 1-0. Face-off violation called. Joe Torti here with you. And George, after a brief feeling out process, both of these teams have found the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a boxing match, Joe, so far. They're kind of early rounds, kind of just some light punching, feeling each other out. I think this game will really get going momentum-wise, though. Once these teams open it up, I think you'll see much more scoring. And it'll be curious to see how the goaltending is. I think they'll play a big role in who can win today. It's a little bit of a break right here for Penn. They've got the numbers.
Walsh dishes behind for Deno.
Finally on goal, right? Some of the shots this year for Cam have been like absolute bullets that missed by an inch. Now he's putting it on goal and it's going in, which is a really good thing for Cam.
Second assist of the game to Tynan Walsh as well. Face-off win for Penn there. Mac Eldridge comes up on the right side of that, the University of Virginia transfer.
So good for Gabe to generate some momentum there. Hopefully a confidence builder as well.
Second goal of the season for Fury. And the senior gives Penn a 3-1 lead. Face-off violation called against O.J. Morris, who, like we said, been winning 69% of his draws coming into this one. Penn back at it offensively. Take a look here at the defender.
So he's clearly screened there. It comes out. I think it might have hit Penn. I think it might have hit Peter Blake.
Unassisted goal there. And now Delaware within one with
Hank stuff one in the goal here in Philadelphia.
It's a big goal for Delaware to even things up at 3 apiece with 9:54 to go until halftime.
It's the first clean faceoff oh boy, you hate to turn that ball over.
I guess not that clean. Costanzo.
Well, it was a clean win. It just was not a clean exchange.
Delivery, yeah.
I'll be curious to see what the call here is, because it looked like it felt like they had Delaware trapped, like very effectively, and I didn't see any clubbings there, but we'll see what the official calls. So he's trapped here. Yeah, there he got him. I think it's probably Ben Smith, but somebody got him in the head.
Yeah.
It's a shame because they had him trapped. You don't need to foul someone at that point, right? You've got him under control.
Loss with George Corrigan. Joe Torti here with you. What have you seen from these two teams, George, to have this one be so tight?
Yeah, it's been, we talked about it a second ago, Joe. It's been a series of half-court games one way, down the other way. And so they're trading goals and trading punches. That's thing one. Thing two is both goalies are making saves, right? So it's keeping the score down. And if the game's to sort of get unlocked more, they're going to have to get more transition flying up and down the field. We'll be curious to see if that happens as we go.
12 combined saves between these goalies. And now a flag down after what was a very aggressive ride by Penn.
I'll be curious to see what the call here is, because it looked like it felt like they had Delaware trapped, like very effectively, and to the goal first and forced the outside shooters to beat you.
It looked like Delaware found their first pass, and that was enough to cash in.
So now they're still one man up. So it's a one-man-up face. You'll see the far wing is empty yet for the Delaware player. So big face for Penn if they can control it, which they should be able to from here. Whoops.
Well, temporarily were. Good stick check coming in. And that was Joe Spears, the senior, who's been so solid for Delaware. Now a timeout called by...
Right. Why over-rotate to that spot? And that's what caused the ball to get reversed to Robinson, who's probably their best scorer. Here he comes right down the gut, and he scored.
Now a hold's going to be called here, award possession to Penn. So if you're doing the math here for Penn, they're still man.
But the play to hit that ground ball back down toward his offensive end was quite smart for the Delaware player, and it literally created a straight-up 3-on-1.
Blue Hens on a big run here in what's been a monstrous second quarter for them. Another face-off win for the Blue Hens. Kevin Ellington, the keeper assist player.
That's what gets you to these days in Division I. You want to score 13, 14, 15 goals a game and give up like 11. That's your formula to win. Give up 10. And so for Penn, they have to prove they can get to 14 or get to 15.
Neither team on pace to get there quite at this point, but the second half has hope springing eternal. As Penn Delaware in a low-scoring battle here. Mac Eldridge scooping it back at the face-off X. And Eldridge having a much better time here against Delaware. Had some trouble finding his rhythm at that face-off X against the first two opponents for Penn, but Eldridge settling in now.
And pipes its way in there. It was really a great shot with a ton of heat on it as well.
Delaware in the driver's seat here on the road. Their impressive performance here continuing.
You go back where that series started, Joe. So Penn won the faceoff. They get it cleared. They've got a good little advantage offensively. They turn it over against a right-handed goalie.
Rubin's second of the game cuts it to 7-5.
These faceoffs are going to be huge coming down the stretch. Good pickup. Oh, no.
Just a delayed pickup there for Penn. Walsh keeps him starting to swing back towards Penn as Ben Smith, the junior, able to find the back of the net, and Walsh continues to dish him out. Another assist for Tynan Walsh.
Yeah, it was a good look inside by Tynan. Tynan's left-handed, Ben Smith right. It's the perfect combination. Here comes another break for Penn.
Clean win for Eldridge. Bouncing ball. Penn's got to settle down here.
Yeah, they got a lot of flags fly. I thought that was a good clean hit, and the officials let it go on, and it caused a goal for Penn, and here we are at 7-7.
8:26 to go in the third quarter. What's the adjustment that you've seen Penn make for these three straight goals?
Yep, turning up the heat, right? Playing higher speed, playing faster, playing more transition, getting to the goal, right? If you saw the last 2 or 3 minutes, Joe, you saw them playing a more up-tempo LA Lakers. Yeah, completely. And winning faceoffs, causing transition, smarter quality of shooting, finding that off-stick hip spot. Like, Penn is just a much better quarter. I played forever, Joe, with this guy, Tim Goldstein, who was probably one of the all-time assist leaders, NCAA, one of the great players of all time. His theory was you had a good end. And he was like, this is our good end. He loved one end. And I think for Penn, this is their end. They're playing well at this end. Tynan Walsh, goal.
There's was James. That great dodge.
Here's the 2-on-1. It's perfect lacrosse. Really good offense there that starts with James Shipley that causes the action.
Results in Penn building their lead to 2 with 12.2 seconds left in this third quarter. Eldridge trying to come up with a face-off win for Penn. They do get it. Here come the Quakers. 3 seconds to shoot. That one by the corner. And that's how this quarter expired.
But importantly, 16 shots to 6, 10 shots on goal to 4, right? Penn pushed the ball. They created momentum and transition. They were willing to play fast, and they were rewarded for that.
In the first quarter, we talked about how important the goalies were going to be. 24 combined saves between these two, 12 apiece. Another face-off win for Penn. Goal here would be huge early in the
3-goal opportunity for Penn. Now it's 1. So we're right back at like a really scratch and claw type of game.
Big swing there in this one. Eldridge doing battle, and a face-off controlled by Penn. Looked for a moment that Delaware was going to come away with it. And it looked from that replay, George, that Carroll actually had a chance at that late, but it just snuck by him. Tie game at 9. Penn looking to nose back in front, 9:33 to go here in regulation.
Fun to watch.
Hard to beat this one.
Great face-off by Penn.
Eldridge getting into a rhythm here for Penn. Transfer from UVA, and the monster face-off looms for Delaware. This area has not been kind to them in this game.
No, and it's the best face-off day Penn's had in a long time. Still live.
Knocked out of bounds temporarily. No, it stayed in. Delaware with it. What a great scramble for that one by the Blue Hens. 13.1 seconds to go. Monster draw here. Battle for it. Delaware comes up with the win. Here come the Blue Hens. It's Robinson. One-on-one. He shoots off the pipe. Second effort wouldn't go either. 1 second left. And Penn is going to hang on to beat Delaware. They got exactly what they needed. The player that they wanted on the left hand. But he just couldn't beat Carroll cleanly. And the Quakers hang on and win.
Well, I'd love to see that one again, Joe, because it's incredible. They haven't won a face-off in an hour or two. They get the face-off win. They get it to their number one top scorer in his left hand. They get the shot they want. I think they hit off the crossbar myself. Here comes the shot. Oh, it hit the far pipe.
Oh! And it missed Carroll on the way back in.
It hit the far side pipe. That's incredible. Great highlight, by the way, guys.
Tip of the cap to our production crew for that one and to the two teams for this hard-fought battle. But the final score,